So we want to sketch a graph of y equals x squared plus 2x minus 5. The first thing is to find the vertex of this parabola. Vertex given by negative b over 2a. Negative b over 2a was going to be negative 2 over 2 times 1, which gives you negative 2 over 2 is negative 1. And then to find the y-coordinate of the vertex, we plug this back into the equation for x. So if we plug this back in for x, we get negative 1 squared plus 2 times negative 1 minus 5. So that's going to give me 1 minus 2 is minus 1 minus 5 is minus 6. So my y-coordinate is minus 6. So my vertex is negative 1 minus 6. The next step is to find the x-intercepts. To find the x-intercepts, what we have to do is set this equation equal to 0 and solve for x. In other words, we want to solve x squared plus 2x minus 5 equal to 0. Now we can try factoring this, but if you try factoring it a few times, you see that it actually can't factor. So the next step, if we can't factor, is to use a quadratic formula. Remember, the solution to a quadratic equation is given by negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. That is the solution to this equation. Those are the x values that satisfy, and those will be the x-intercepts. So let's plug in our values into the formula. So we get a equal 1, b equal 2, c equal negative 5. We plug it into our formula. We have x equals negative b, negative 2, plus or minus b squared, 2 squared, minus 4 times a times c, which is negative 5, divided by 2 times a. Now we want to simplify this, and if we simplify it, we get x equal to negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 24 over 2. Now we can simplify this a little bit further, because the square root of 24 can be broken down into 6 times 4. And so let's do that. 4 times 6. We can square root of 4, because square root of 4 is 2. And so here's a 2, a 2, and a 2. We can factor out that 2 from the top. And finally these 2's will cancel. So my x-intercepts are x equal negative 1 plus root 6, and x equals negative 1 minus root 6. So these are not nice integers, and we have to use a calculator to approximate them. So if we approximate these, we get x equal to 1.45 and negative 3.45, approximately if we round it. So these are our x-intercepts, and we have our vertex at negative 1, negative 6. And so we're going to put this together to sketch a graph of this equation, y equals x squared plus 2x minus 5. So here's a sketch of our graph. Our points, the main points we're looking at were the vertex negative 1, negative 6, which is right here. And it opens upwards because a is greater than 0. A is 1. So a is greater than 0. Parabola opens upwards. Our 0, or our x-intercepts at negative 3.45, approximately here. That's the coordinate point. Negative 3.450. Then 1.45, so the coordinate point is 1.450, approximately here. But you may want to get some more points to do a sketch of the graph. And if you look over here, here's some more points. Negative 4, if I plug it in for x, I get 3. So negative 4 will give me 3, as 2 would give me 3. Because remember, there's a line of symmetry here. There's a line of symmetry coming all the way up at x equals negative 1. So there's line of symmetry up there. Okay, so negative 4, 3, and 2, 3. And then negative 2 gives me negative 5 if I plug it into my equation. And 0 gives me also negative 5 because of symmetry here. So let's join up the dots. So here we have a rough sketch of our parabola, the vertex, negative 1, negative 6, the x-intercepts, some more points, opens upwards.